the whole idea of this story started with me coming back from my deployment. So I said, let's talk to some Guam athletes who serve in the military or who have served in the military. And Eddie Aguon was one of the first names that came out to mind. And I just wanted to get a hold of him, and it just came by circumstance. I was driving through Cañada, and I saw his relative, Jesse Leon Guerrero, who I worked with before at GWA. I said, hey man, I want to get a hold of Eddie Aguon. He goes, hey, he's here. I said, no way. So he goes, yeah, he's next door at the neighbor's house. Mind you, I haven't seen Eddie Aguon since 1983 when he was pitching for the AK Islanders. And I approached him, and you know, granted, he was a lot older than the last time I saw him, but it was, to me, as a fan, as a baseball fan, you know, it's like, wow, you know, I get to see Eddie Aguon again. And so we started talking, and, you know, so it started evolving. I said, okay, let's get an interview going. And, you know, he goes, yeah, he saw the story with Ao Satsui, mentioning that he was the best contact hitter that Ao Satsui. I said, yeah, I'm the one that did that story back in May. And so we were talking, and he goes, I want to meet up with Pat Wolf because Pat broke up his no-hitter in 1983. No problem. Got home, called Pat Wolf. Pat was more, you know, world-class guy, so he was more than happy to do the story. I wanted to get a hold of John Farnham, GML legend, teammate of Eddie Aguon, and got a hold of John Farnham Jr. and gave me his dad's number, and Big John goes, yeah, I'll make it. So, okay, Dennis Zermeno, Mr. GML himself, he's in the States. I emailed him. I said, man, Dennis, I need some information. So he provided me some information there. Next thing was setting up the stage of where we're going to shoot this. I said, wow, ideally Paseo Stadium. Got with the crew down at Paseo Stadium. It was clear, okay, you have access to the field. And then after that, I was just hoping that it doesn't rain. So Sunday afternoon, all clear, all perfect. Eddie comes in. He didn't bring any shoes from back in the States, so he walks in with his Zori and his tank top. So awesome, awesome setting. Goes up to the pitcher's mound. First time he stepped on the mound since 1983. So that was pretty good too. Some of the stories that didn't make the television edition was talking about the 1983 season where AK went 18-1 in the regular season. In the championships, they went to Game 7 against the UOG Tritons, actually lost to the UOG Tritons. That's the start of the Son of Slam of Richard Martinez hitting a grand slam in the top of the 10th inning. Eddie told me, he goes, you know, he was playing center field at that time. And I asked him, I said, what did you think? You know, what was the difference? And he says, well, at that time when Richard came up to bat with the bases loaded and he was at center field, he was hoping for a pitching change. LaVoice Thomas was actually pitching at that time, and Eddie was hoping for a pitching change. So, you know, who would have known what would have happened in history, in GML history, if that pitching change did happen? Eddie Aguon going into for relief of LaVoice Thomas. And you know, also reminiscing about when his mother, you know, suffered a stroke in the stands, and he was playing. And those of you who have been down to Paseo Stadium, you know how high the wall is from the field all the way to the stands. It's about 10 to 12 feet. And Eddie he climbed that wall. He climbed that wall, and you know, it's one of the memories down at Paseo Stadium. Apparently, his jersey number 7 ripped on the fence as he was going into the stands, and from then on, the Aguon family, A.G. Aguon, Duran, all of his nephews who play baseball, wear number 7 because of that incident. So I wanted to just kind of give a little background of the Eddie Aguon story, and not enough time on regular TV to put that in, so there it is. And I thank Eddie from long distance, because right now he's already back in Oceanside, California. That's it. One take.